I'm still
Frank,
new. I wanted to hear.
Chris.
that
Hey, Chris.
tournament was freaking insane.
What'd you think, though, honestly?
I say
Honestly,
they did pretty good.
no, yeah, you definitely did amazing, dude. You
My
were,
buddy OG,
they were like,
though, he fucking popped off out of nowhere.
yeah, you did. He did this,
It was a ceiling double.
yeah, that one.
Even
saw
he
that.
said, we were talking after when you messaged me and said, what are you doing? He was even saying, because we were all just sitting in the chat talking over things, and he goes, to be honest, I don't know what the fuck got into me, because he didn't even mean to score it. He went to go hit
Just
it
by
down.
luck.
He went to hit it down, and his intention was to pass it to one of us, or like send it to the side, and you know, it was either one of us were gonna touch it or they were gonna clear it, and it just went straight in.
Yeah,
I didn't
that
even
was-
see the full thing, but yeah, it was good.
That was freaking
Chris.
insane. I'm not even joking, dude.
Hey Chris, hop on the server. I got a surprise for you.
Hold on. So,
Oh yeah, you're gonna like it.
Frank, what were you guys actually saying in the like while you were calming and stuff in the game? Were
What
you
do you
just
mean, what were we saying?
were you just like regularly calming and stuff? When he scored
Yeah.
that, did you guys like
No, we're just sitting there like, oh damn, like nice shot. Like the entire time, it's funny because we were actually talking about that too. So when we practice, every practice we've had or every scrim that we've done as practice, we're like silent 90% of the time.
yeah.
And then we're like always saying, oh, we should just calm a bit more. The second the game hit, we were calming like crazy. Like the entire time, it was straight calms, and we were rotating perfectly because when we didn't, English, when we did not calm during the scrims and during the practice, obviously we were screwing up rotations. We were double committing a lot, like doing a whole bunch of shit. Now we calmed, and we only double committed maybe like once or twice, and that was off of a bad calm, and the rest was just like the rest was like perfect fucking rotations, and it was good. I think we played pretty well.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
I don't know
did,
if you know,
100%.
but if you paid attention to the players, Raging Zach on the Cyclones,
Yep.
he was the first round pick. He was the top.
Yeah, that's
top pick.
what the announcers were saying.
Yeah, and we even said at the end, I said to them, I was like, my whole goal. Hold on, let me fucking mute Brody because I can't even hear myself think.
Yeah, I already have him muted. I already know why, because he's at Walmart.
Yeah. Okay, there we go. Now I can fucking hear. I'm trying to talk. It sounds like I'm talking to fucking 7 people at once. So Raging Zach, he was first round, first overall pick completely, and everyone was hyping it up, this and that. Meanwhile, in the scouting scrims, so before the draft even happened, I smoked him when I was like against him because I played against him once. I smoked him, and then he was on my team for one game, and I carried him.
Jeez.
And it's funny because OG was saying he thinks he remembers because he played a match with Zach on his team, and that match that he played in the scrims, the scouting scrims, he got smoked. So we came to a conclusion. We realized that was the game that I played that was against Zach, and I smoked the team by myself. But you know what the funny part is? So you know how I'm like high C2, C3,
Yeah.
right? They had me rated. I didn't even mention anything. I forgot to say. They had me rated like whoever does all the community that does the ratings, because it's like a whole separate community that rates all the players.
Yeah.
They had me rated as a C1 player.
Champ won.
Yeah. So I was rated amongst like the lower skilled players.
Yeah, just because
And-
it just felt like, okay, all of the hold on, I'm trying to speak. So the announcers, they were saying how all of you guys are like new apparently or something like that to the
Yeah.
tournament
Well,
thing.
I'm new. Like this
Yeah,
is my
you are.
first season ever.
Yeah. I knew
So
that.
yeah, so it's like I was a straight underdog. They had me at low C1, and Arch, our manager, he was saying because OG and Arch, they're like close buddies and they played last season together. He was telling me that Arch told him, um, he got me for a steal because he saw the way he had his eye on me in the scrims, and he saw how I played, and he was like, shit, like there's no way he's only C1. So
Yeah.
he picked me up, and you know, he
Yeah.
didn't regret it.
Yeah, and I feel like you were pretty good in the overall team, and also the announcers were.
I'm talking. I'm trying to listen. Continue.
The announcers they were saying how they actually betted for you guys for the Lions.
They bet on us.
Yeah, the announcer
Yeah.
they were like, yeah, no, I bet the Lions are gonna win this. They're pretty good playing with each other. You guys are just really good with each other compared to the other team.
Oh yeah, bro. The entire the first game alone, we actually did good. Then the second game we lost. It was like okay, it was whatever, and we only lost. They scored a single goal on us the entire match,
Yeah.
and it was just because Matt, who's our blue chip player, he admitted himself. He was like, I think it was just because I made a mistake because I guess he must have jumped wrong or something, so they scored it. And then after that, they didn't get anything else. We 3-1 them in the series. So we had a pretty good start to the season, in my opinion. Even our manager Archer, he's like, yeah, you guys played really well, and it's just the first step until we keep going. And I told him, I'm like, bro, I said it before the season even started. I told him, I'm like, I don't give a shit who the hell we play. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. What I meant to say was, I told them, I don't care who we play, what team we get put against, I'm gonna try and run right through them. Like, I'm just gonna fucking go as hard as I can, especially after I found out that I was considered like a lower player,
Yeah.
and I was just gonna put on a show as best as I could. Obviously, with
And
the
you
help of
did.
my teammates.
Yeah.
Honestly, no, I feel like I could have played better because I only scored a couple goals. I didn't do too much, but again, it's not about me rushing. Like you saw, right? Because you watched. That's why I've been telling you over the years when we used to play, how you gotta communicate with your teammate. You gotta, rotate. There's a lot that actually goes into being the higher ranks. Like I'm not at C3 because I'm carried. It's because I know how to run with a team. And the thing is, Raging Zach, who is
I'm C1 because I'm carried.
no, but
What do you mean no?
wait, what'd you say? Because you're good?
No, because I was carried.
Oh, I thought you said because you're gay. I was like, no. But yeah, what's it called? No, so Raging Zach, he was the first overall pick, and when I played with him on my team, right, during the scouting scrims, they had us in the voice chat, and he was telling me this whole story of how, he used to be he used to be GC 2 and 1s and this and that, and I'm like,
Yeah.
in the back of my head, yeah, okay, talk all your shit, say whatever you want, we'll see what happens when it comes down to it.
Yeah, I saw in
What do
chat.
you know?
In the Twitch chat, I was like, "Let's go Lions," and then somebody else was like, "Boo, boo." I'm like, "What do you mean?"
Yeah,
boo?
because
guys
if you
are
look
losing.
at
You guys are
if you
freaking
look at
losing.
so what they do is every single game that they stream, they do a pre-game vote in the chat.
Yeah.
So you can vote to see which team you think is gonna win
Yeah, I
before
saw
it
that.
starts. And everyone was in favor of the Cyclones because Zach was on that team and he was the number 1 overall pick. What do you know? We fucking shit on his ass.
Yeah.
And I literally said to them, I'm like, bro, I'm ready to fuck Zach up. What do you know? We won.
Bro.
And after I said to my teammates, my guys, I was like, bro, we took that number 1 fucking overall pick and shoved it right up his ass. and even the other guy, OG, he was saying too, he's like, how much you want to bet Zach is requesting a trade now? Or like everyone's looking back and they're like, oh fuck, like, you know, Zach probably wasn't the best. He probably wasn't like the number 1 overall pick. Like he shouldn't have been the first pick. Should have been someone else.
Yeah, it's so
and
weird.
even Archer was saying, our manager, Cyclones could have gotten someone way better as the first pick, and they chose Zach. And they fucked up, in my opinion, because clearly it ain't about what you can talk. You could be the best number 1's player ever, but even we were all saying the same thing. Everyone agreed on our team. Ones isn't a category that you need in order to be good, because when it comes down to pros playing, like if you're gonna try and make it to the pro league, you need to be a team player. It's not about 1v1 scenarios.
Yeah, obviously.
Again, ones is good because it helps you practice whenever you are in 1v1 scenarios. But if you're GC3 in ones and your 2's rank is fucking C3 or GC1, you gotta fix that, because clearly you can't play on a team. You can't have the extra help that you need in order to go against 3 other guys.
Yeah,
what the fuck?
Yeah. You definitely need to be a team player when it comes to like 3v3, obviously, because like you're with your team. You gotta be a team player when you're with them. And if you're only good in 1v1s compared to everybody else in there, then what's the point? Because you're with 2 other teammates, and it's obviously not a 1v1. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I don't know. Like I said, I feel like we played pretty decent for our first game, and they all had the same outcome in terms of us being, you know, hyped up and, you know, just ready for the next game. Our next game is next week, obviously.
Yeah.
Because it goes every week.
So this is the first game?
Yeah, so this was week 1.
How many weeks are there?
Oh shit, he updated it, bet. So there's 13 weeks.
13.
And throughout the 13 weeks, each game that we win gives points towards our team, and that'll determine whether we have enough points where they at the end when they do like playoffs and stuff for the cup.
Yep.
That's when they'll determine like if we're high enough to actually be in the cup and play.
Yeah.
I think they do like a lower bracket as well for the guys that didn't make the main bracket. But yeah, we got a good start. We're 1-0 in the season. Cyclones, wait, have they? Let me see real quick. Have they played more than once? No, they haven't. So we started them off exactly the way we needed to. We shut that whole Zach, raging Zach train down.
Were they the team that everybody was worried about or something? Or were they just, you know, another team?
The team that everyone was worried about?
Yeah. Just because
it wasn't necessarily the team, it was Zach. Everyone was about Zach. Everyone was sucking Zach's dick until today. Now we proved everybody who watched, everyone in the league, wrong, that Zach is not all that. He really isn't. I said it from the beginning. So the fact that he got number 1 pick, everyone said, oh yeah, he's good. Meanwhile, we were over here saying, you know, we knew that he wasn't good, but we just let everyone talk their shit and whatever. Came down to it, when the chips matter and the money's on the table, we took it home. So that's the first week done. Next week we're going up against Honolulu Sea Riders. Stupid name. But they are bad according to Archer. He said he watched the first match that they played this week. They already lost their first game. So they're 0-1. So, and they went up against the Philadelphia Dragons. But I ain't worried at all because apparently he was saying the only guy we got to worry about possibly is Grunt, who's on the Sea Riders.
Yeah.
But in the description for the Sea Riders, the owner, because the owner, he does a description after each game as a result. Like he does, there's a results tab. And he says here, Dragons start hot at 1-0, and the returning duo, so guys that were in the seasons before, the returning duo of King Koa and Grunt, Champions Cup finalists of Sea Riders, start 0-1. So they lost their first match. So if these guys were Champion Cup finalists of a previous season and they already lost their first matchup, I ain't worried at all. I mean, again, I have the mentality right now that I don't give a shit who's in who we go up against. I'm gonna just try as best as I can with my guys and keep doing what we do and try to get as many dubs as we can throughout the season.
Yeah. I knew it from the beginning. Okay, the video I made on it, by the way, I included my phone as my face cam again because why not? So you could tell I was so hyped. Whenever I get like super like into something, like when it's a 1v1 on Fortnite or something, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I start shaking. You can see me shaking.
yeah, I know what you're talking about. So you were just like so emotionally involved that obviously it wasn't you playing, but you still got that little feeling.
Yeah, I was like, come on, Frank. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, even Tyler was there too, so Tyler could,
Yeah, I saw him in the. I had the stream running on my phone in the background.
Oh, you did.
Yeah.
You saw me type in the chat like crazy.
Yeah, I saw your chat. It's funny because you said at one point you were like, something about me or like, oh, let's go Frank or some shit, and then some dude was like, yeah, or you were like, let's go JXL or some shit.
I said Frank, and somebody said that's my teammate I see or something like that.
I don't know, I didn't see that, but it looked like one guy was like, yeah, he's gonna pop off.
I don't remember that.
I don't know. All I know is we did a lot better than I expected.
Yeah.
Even our manager said the same thing. He's like, bro, you guys just improved as the game went on, as the series went on. You just kept playing better and better in each match. Like the first match we did good.
Yep.
Second match we fucking held it out right to the end, to the point where they ended up just scoring that lucky goal, and they took game 2.
Yeah.
Game 3 hit, we destroyed them. Game 4 took it straight home. 3-1 series to start. Again, I ain't complaining. Like it was fun. My first like legit tournament, or not tournament, but my first legit like game that was live. There was a bunch of people watching.
Yeah.
There's a whole community behind everything that we play. So it's not like, it's just some bogus shit that I found online. It's just like a random thing. Like this thing's been going on for a while, this community.
Yeah, it has. That's what I've seen. That's what I've seen. And that's what I'm saying.
You can literally, you guys, right, who have never like done anything, you could join the Discord because there's no like invite thing.
Oh,
so you can literally just join, and you can actually make it to a team mid-season if you're lucky, because the season could already start, and if you go and you apply to be draft eligible and you pass, then you'll be thrown into free agency, which are all the players that didn't make it in the draft. And if there'll be teams that obviously they won't like their players, or Zach, who are shit.
Oh Jesus! Throwing fire out there.
I don't give a shit. I'll throw all the shade at Zach just because everyone was hyping him up when I knew from the start he wasn't good. But
man, this is all recorded, by the way.
No, I don't care.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, man, I want all the smoke. Next time I verse Zach, bro, you're going down.
You hear it
no,
here.
we don't even verse him again. So they're lucky he gets to escape. But we slapped him, so I don't care. We made our point. Long story short, though, there will be players that won't like make it, or they won't, the manager won't want them, or they won't even like the team that they're on, so they'll ask to be traded, and then they'll get thrown out, and the manager will go into the free agency pool. They'll see who's around. Oh, you know, for example, oh, look at NGCHR9, you know, he's pretty decent, C1, C2, whatever, blah blah blah. Let's give him a shot. So then they'll message you. You'll get a DM on Discord, and they'll be like, hey, you know, we're looking to recruit. Hopefully you can fit in, blah blah blah. And then you'll be like, yeah, whatever. Talk around, and then you're on the team. Maybe do some practices if they do practices. If not, that's on you guys. And then yeah, you play your games when they're scheduled.
Yeah.
Apparently, there's been teams in the past that after the first like game or two that they played, or not the game, the first week or first, like, I guess series or whatever, they see the way that they play, and the teams like completely throw everyone off. Like the manager kicks everyone off the team, and they just want a fresh team.
Oh dang.
So, but obviously, you know, we got our manager Archer. He's sick, man. Like he's a cool guy.
Yeah,
I doubt, like, if we were all pretty garbage, I doubt he would kick all of us. But you never know.
Yeah.
Thankfully, we're not that garbage. So, I'm not complaining.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, you still have to do more games and hopefully, train, get better. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, no, for sure. I like I said, I feel like I could have played better in the season, or in the first match of the season. But I can't complain based on the outcome we had. I was calming pretty decent with them. I didn't double commit except for like one time I did by accident, because it was a miscommunication. So because of that one calm that wasn't good in that moment, that's what caused the screw up. But other than that, we were calming good. We rotated a lot better than what we did during the scrims and during the practices that we had. And yeah, we took the dub in the end. But I'm definitely going to try and improve as much as I can by doing my own off-camera stuff, and then when it comes down to the game, just put it to play.
Yeah. It should be definitely good.
English.
Anyway, I don't know what to talk about now. So anyway, yeah, your team. What?
What?
What, Tyler?
What?
You were gonna
What,
say
Chris?
something.
What?
What'd you say, Chris?
All right. Well, anyway, that's about it.
That's about it. See ya.
Frank, shut up. Frank's team should do
Hey,
pretty
don't tell me
good.
to shut up.
I'm not talking to you. Anyway, Frank's team should be doing pretty good in the future. I could definitely tell.
Pretty good?
Shut up.
Yeah, pretty good.
Is there-
I'll take pretty good, because honestly, like, I told them in the beginning when we were having the chat after the game, I honestly, when I first got picked up for the team and we had our first chat and we decided to do our first practice, I thought they were guys that, or not our first practice, sorry, before the first practice, I thought they were going to be guys that just wanted to fuck around, whatever, wasn't going to be anything serious. And they all had the same thoughts too. And then the minute we all agreed to do a practice, that's when we knew, like, okay, we got a solid team, because everyone's interested in trying to take it somewhere and actually go high as a team and put ourselves out there.
Yeah.
And show what we can do.
Yeah.
Because OG, he and Archer, their team that they were on last season, because Archer is a player, he's not even a manager. The teams they were on, or the team that they were on last season, it was ass, they said, because their teammate, they had two teammates, one of them never showed, or he kept like saying he had a headache so he couldn't play, or he would say that he didn't want to play because he had something. Meanwhile, he would be on Minecraft. Literally. So that caused them to force a forfeit. So they had to forfeit multiple games because he wouldn't show. And then they got rid of him, picked up some other guy. It was this like 14-year-old kid who was super toxic and hated the league to the point where he got banned because he was ass, and all he did was talk shit even though he was like one of the worst players.
Dang.
So they kicked him out too. It was just horrible. They said they kept going back and forth. They didn't practice at all. They would only just like go into the games whenever they were scheduled. So, you know, they even Arch and OG, they said they have a good feeling about this season, or at least a better feeling than they did.
Yeah.
Because me and Matt are actually willing to, you know, play with them, gain the chemistry, which we have already, which is surprising, and just keep improving as a team altogether so that we can keep pushing through the what's the word?
Yeah, I don't know. But anyway, yeah, it pushed it through until, you know, you end up into RLCS. Oh my God, what is it
RLCS?
called? RLCS 10X?
CS10X.
RLCS X?
Yeah, whatever.
Well,
RCXC.
it's not RLCS 10. They just call it RLCS X.
Oh, I thought the X was, you know, Roman numeral for 10, but I guess not.
It is, but that's not the reason it's called X. I honestly don't
X?
know the reason. I just know it's not for the number.
Okay. Okay. Is there any team that you're, like, having to be afraid of? Do you know any teams that are just, like, overly insane at the game?
Well, one team we're gonna have to possibly watch out for is the Legends.
That's what I've heard.
Because
That's what I've heard.
yeah, because apparently they're pretty good. They have, let me see here. They have Louis, who's okay. Shampoo is really good, and Frosty, he's not the greatest. But Louis and
Compared to you.
Shampoo, they're pretty decent. And when we did this, we actually did a scrim against them on Wednesday, I think it was. Was it Wednesday? Yeah, it was Wednesday. We did a scrim against them, and we got fucking smoked. Mind you,
Oh, was that the one that
Matt.
you were with?
Yeah, that was the one.
Yeah.
We got so like we even did extra games just for fun, and they won like 7.
Yeah,
Like
you got,
we just
you
got
slapped in that
completely
one.
yeah. We
I
got
just
stomped
feel
on.
maybe because you just weren't with your main teammates. I don't know.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So Archer, he's our manager, but he's also a sub.
Mhm.
But he was saying he's probably gonna be the sub most of the season because he, you know, he hasn't really played with us when we first started, so he doesn't really have that chemistry with us. Not that it'll be hard to get. It's just, you know, he's got to get back in that motion. But I'm not sure. I think he doesn't like want to be as active as a player as much. So that's why he's managing. Because again, he was a player last season, and then he requested to be a manager because he couldn't take it being on the team that they were last season and how bad it ended up. So
yeah.
he got manager role this season, picked us up, and you know,
Yeah.
obviously we got a good end result today.
Yeah, now there's like what? You said there's 13 seasons or something?
13 weeks.
13 weeks. I meant not seasons, weeks. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you have
So
like
there's
12
13
weeks.
weeks. Yeah, we got 12 more to go. And you know, we started the first week. We got our first dub. So, and it was a pretty good dub too. 3-1. It's you know, it's pretty good compared to
That's really good.
everything else. Because if I check here, the very first game ever of the season was Toxic Rams against the Rangers, and everyone was saying the Rams are gonna beat the Rangers. Rams came up 2-0 in the season, and then they came up, or not the season, sorry, the series. They came up 2-0, and then Rangers, something got into them. They came back. Series was tied 2-2, and then the Rams took it at the end with almost a 1.5 minute overtime, and they scored at game 5, and that's what gave them the win. So they won by 1 match, which isn't anything crazy because obviously you held it out, and then you got a comeback thrown on you, and then you won it at the very end just by a hair. Because they would have 3-zipped them, and that would have been the first, clean sweep of the season, being the first game ever too.
Yeah.
But they didn't end up doing that.
Yeah, I do have one question though. So, the scrims matches, do they count towards anything, or are they just regular like
No.
1v1s? Or I mean,
No, they're
3v3s?
just regular 3v3s just to kind of practice against an actual team,
Yeah.
rather than only doing like comp or casual or whatever. Like when we practice, we do casual or we do comp, and we practice as a team, and then Arch will be like, hey, I got us a scrim at this time, whatever. So we'll practice till then, and then when the time hits, then we'll go into the scrim and we'll try and play kind of like it was a real game to try and feel out the team and see what we can do against them. If we get smoked, we get smoked, but it's not the end of the world because, again, it's not the actual time to verse them. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because if we got smoked 3-0, 3-0, 3-zip,
Brazil.
3-0.
Brazil
Yeah.
zip.
Yeah, and it's funny you're bringing up the scrims too, because we did a scrim just before the match.
Oh really?
Yeah, we versed the team. I can't remember. Shit, what team was it? I don't even remember. But yeah, so we did do a scrim. Can't remember which team. We did best of 5, just like it was a regular game.
Yeah.
Got slapped. We lost all 3. Not because it was anything crazy. Again, we weren't with Matt. So me and OG's chemistry were
the chemistry
more.
was pretty bad.
Yeah, like because like
It
Archer,
was the
he's
other
not
guy who just kept singing kids song.
no, it wasn't him. It's our manager, Archer. He's not like in the circle when it comes to our chemistry, because again, like he said, he didn't play with us right off the bat. So because
Who was the
of
guy
that,
was singing kids songs.
oh, that's OG. That's the
was
guy that
that
scored
was OG.
the. Yeah, that's the guy that got the ceiling double.
Oh, okay. Oh, then
But
never mind.
yeah, but the reason we lost was because we didn't have Matt with us, because he was having like technical issues during the scrim. Thankfully, he was able to fix it before the game started. But yeah, like with Arch, our manager, we just gotta play with him more. Once we get some more games in with him, whenever Matt isn't able to make it and Arch is available, he'll sub in and we'll practice with Archer. And we just need to build the chemistry with him. That's all. Because other than that, we're a pretty solid team so far.
Yeah, while
the game showed.
While the game was going, I didn't call him Matt because I don't know. I just didn't call him Matt. I just called him by his name, which I forgot his full name now. But whatever.
Yeah.
His full username. What was it again?
I don't know. It's like Matsu or something.
Oh yeah, Matsu. Yeah, that's what I called him, Matsu.
Is it? Yeah, it's Matsu. Matizu.
Matizu. I call him Matsu. I don't know.
Madagascar.
Okay, well. Anyway, so yeah, it should be good in the future. Pretty cute. Pretty cute.
Yeah, I think we got a pretty good future ahead of us for the next games. I think we'll do pretty good.
But yeah, if you want to see more content from Frank or XBL Seek or no, wait, JXL Seek.
Oh, you're gonna butcher my name like that on video?
It was XBL Seek and now it's JXL Seek. Leave me alone.
XBL was just my Xbox account. That was
Okay,
never
whatever.
my actual.
I don't know,
gamer
that just
name.
popped up in my head. Leave me
Oh
alone.
man.
Frank the Tank 593.
Just start naming out every account I've ever played on.
Cool Frank OG.
Yeah. Mr. Hezzy Drizzy 87.
Hurtsy Dirtsy.
AKA. AKA. AKA not the real JXL, AKA not JXL, AKA.
aka JXL Seek, not JXL Seek, but he's like JXL Seek, but not, but he is.
Yeah, I'm just the fanboy of the up and coming pro.
RLCS Pro.
Yeah, the
He's
man who's
gonna
gonna
be-
take the league by storm in the future.
Yeah, he's gonna be above Den. That's how it is. Not Den. What's his name?
Den Zen.
Zen.
He said Den.
Den's a beatboxer. All right. Anyway, leave me alone.
Woo.
Yeah, Zen. Zen means peace, and he brings no peace to the Rocket League game.
He just brings nasty ass clips.
Yeah, he does. But yeah, that's about it. If you liked it, hit the like button and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.
That's about it. See you.
Bye.